This is the back side of the skull. Back side of the skull. Now in frontal we have read that this part, the frontal part, is known as frontal bone. Very easy. The front means frontal bone. What's come in the front? That is front come is your frontal bone. Now here it is a backward portion. It is these two are divided into two halves. These two bones are known as parietal bones. Now here the lower bone is known as occipital bone. Now here more lower than is known as temporal bone. This one known as temporal bone. This long bone, which is a small type of bone which is attached, is known as spinal cord. Spinal cord, which is divided into many bones. Now here we can see these smaller bones. These tiny bones from here to here, 7 cervical bones. Only 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 are known as cervical vertebrae. That are only 7. Now here come this thoracic. These are 12. You can read 1, 2, 3, 4. You count there. These are always 2. In any book you can go through it. It will always be 12 in bone. 12 bones. 12 tiny bones. Now in thoracic it comes the lumbar. That is 5 vertebrae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 big bones. Now here comes the pelvic. This is the back side of pelvis. It is known as lium. L-L-I-U-M, lium. Now here is a kind of turning point, you may say, like a slightly comma point. Okay, comma, a gap, or you may say a depth, is known as ischium. Now this is known as sacrum. This is also a part of spinal cord. Okay, this is also a part of spinal cord. Sacrum. Okay, remember? Now we have remembered this small one, known as carpals, and the big one known as what? Pharyngals, or you may say metacarpals. No, these big bones are known as metacarpals. These smaller bones are known as carpals. The long and the thin one is known as phalanges of fingers. Now in here it's the same: tarsal, metatarsal, phalanges of toes, because that's a toes. Now here it's a finger, so phalanges of the fingers. Let's look at the leg part. Okay, we haven't read about it. The longest and the strongest bone, thigh bone, is known as femur. This is the longest and the strongest bone is known as femur. The middle one, small circular bone, you have read about. These are only in front part. Okay, that is known as patella, not in the back side of the bone, not the back side of the, you may say, leg, or not the bottom side. Okay, now here it's a long 2 bones. Okay, 2 bones. The first thick bone is known as tibia. Now here thin bone is known as fibula. You have read about this. Okay, the small bones which are not visible are known as tarsal. The longer and thick bone is known as metatarsal, and this long and thin one, that is known as phalanges of toes.